Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. 10 minutes to countdown. We're going to break it down. I saw something very interesting you may want to know. And I got another hot coin on the radar. Something else is popping off. I don't think you want to miss this one. Sunday night mornings, baby. Let's go. I love y'all. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Lifers!
Another brand new.
It's about working out. It's about getting it. It's about pushing yourself to the limit. These are the days. These are the times. There is nothing left. You must push yourself to the limit. Stop waiting till tomorrow. Stop waiting for someone to save you. You are the one that's going to save yourself. You are the one that's going to make the money. You are the one that's going to bring home the bacon, baby. Are you ready to push yourself to the limit? It's discipline. It's focus. It's discipline. It's focus. It's discipline. It's focus. It's day in and day out. We don't stop, baby. We don't stop. Let's go. Let that thing bang, baby. Let that beat bang in the house. Let the kids dance, baby. Get the whole family going. Let's go. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's go, baby. It's Sunday. I woke up early. I hit the gym. I've already taken a swim. I'm ready to rock, baby. Vivek Ramaswamy on the intro, baby. Vivek Ramaswamy. Man, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for jumping on. Let's get that music back up and running on this beautiful Sunday. Absolutely lovely day to be alive. Today, I am closing on my house, man. The people said they're going to sign. They're just having a little trouble signing all the documents. They're going to go to the agent's house to sign the documents. But it looks like literally in an hour, I close on my house, man. And I'll be a homeowner for the first time in my life, which is good and bad. You know, but I own you know what I did? Before I bought a home, I bought a rental property. Before I bought a home, I bought a rental property. I promised myself before I ever bought my first house, I would buy a cash flow income rental first. And that's what I did. And I waited. And I waited. And I went without for a long time. Going without is the key. Anyway, let's jump on into it. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Liver Show. This is Sam Price. The experience, the Sam Price experience. Welcome. Shout out to Crypto Billy, Crypto Bear Baker. Shout out to Brett 2 Cents. Shout out to Jeffrey Stonover. Shout out to Jeffrey Charabas. I can just make up names, right? They're not even there. Shout out to Tom Willingsons. There's no such person. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Shout out to each and every one of you. Stay hydrated. You got to stay hydrated. I was out there, and I also went on a nice bike ride today. I've already had a blast of a day. Wow, that lemon tastes so good. Nothing like lemon water. Getting big, too. Feeling good, man. Hitting the gym, pushing up them weights in the morning. Ain't nothing better, baby. Ain't nothing better. Shout out to you and yours and all the beautiful people out here on the live. We appreciate you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Sam, thoughts on CoinStats? Really? A CoinStats hack? That's no good. Only thing about CoinStats is, it just looks at your stuff, but it might know now your information. Pretty shady. Not a good thing. I wouldn't use the same password. I would change your password immediately if you did have a CoinStats hack. All right. Sending love for the Philippines. Working out feels amazing when you push yourself. Amen. I got my first real pump today in a long time. I haven't been lifting weights, and I think that's why I'm just so energetic right now. Anyway, I talked about ONDO inside this cup and handle. I liked what was going on. ONDO had a huge pump last night, up to 122 from 116. That's pretty nice if you think about it, 6 points. And then it got rejected by the 200 MA on the 4 hour. Look how it went right to the 200 MA. If once ONDO cracks that 200, it is gone. You want to see it close a candle above the point of control and that 200. I do see a Sammy cup and handy here, but a little bit of rejection. We're going to be watching ONDO closely. If anything's going to pop, even if it comes back down here and gets into this flag, it's likely ONDO is going to make a big move. The only thing stopping ONDO is I feel like is like a black swan event or something. You know what I mean? I would say bearing a black swan. Without a black swan, I don't see how ONDO doesn't continue to go up. And again, I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, but here's your next leg up. And your next target's going to be about 193, 198? Yeah, 198. Of course, I put my glasses down somewhere. I was putting them in the same place every day. I knew to do it. I think I know where they are, but I just, but it's really at the same time. Anyway, ONDO looks like it could get a nice move to the upside. Change everything and then change router if you care. Interesting. Yeah. Thank you. We appreciate you, brother. We need Sam to analyze ton. Right? I can't check my portfolio every minute now. I know, right? The thing is, you only kind of API, but you never know. CoinStats warned users to move funds from wallets created. Okay, let's take a look here. CoinStats warns users to move funds from wallets created on the platform following security incident. CoinStats, a popular cryptocurrency portfolio tracking app, has warned users that wallets created on the CoinStats platform may be vulnerable to a security incident that also saw scam notification go out to users' mobile devices. CoinStats, a popular app that helps users create a wallet and track their crypto portfolios across different chains, has warned users who use the app to create a wallet to migrate their funds following a security incident. The platform was also noted on Saturday that the iOS notification purported to inform some users that they won a giveaway was actually a scam, seemingly due to the same security incident. Some Android users also reported using the notification in a thread discussing the incident on Reddit. We're currently experiencing a security incident affecting wallets created directly within CoinStats. This does not impact externally connected wallets, the platform announced on X. I never made a wallet on CoinStats. I don't think I would. I just actually looked at that the other day too. I was like, oh wow, you can also do that if you want and buy and sell there. Be very careful. Keep the majority of your funds in a hardware wallet. Get yourself a Trezor. I have a Trezor. Please, I'm telling you right now, you can get the cheapo basic Trezor right here, like under $100. I'm telling you right now, please. This will cover you for most ERC20 tokens, Solana tokens. I believe this covers, and maybe the newer ones do Solana, but they do Solana now. You'll be able to put your AGX on here. You'll be able to put multiple coins on here. And your Bitcoin, of course, your Tether, if you want Tether to store. Whatever you have and need, get yourself a hardware wallet today, please. Please stop putting all your funds in these weird, strange wallets. All right? And I like CoinStats. They reached out to me, right? I will get a commission if you looked into your CoinStats wallet. I liked it because I could see all the things at one place, which you never know. Always be careful, all right? And maybe I would even disconnect the APIs at this point, just in case, right? I mean, anyway, and make sure you don't have any of the same passwords that you use with that one. I don't know. Just be careful. Unlink a wallet if you linked it, whatever that is. All right. All right. Let's go back into BTC and see what's happening to Bitcoin. All right. Every single day I go over Bitcoin. My name is Samuel James Price. I started trading a long time ago when I was 24 years old. I'm 41 and almost and a half now. And I've been grinding in this trading game for a long, long time. I can scalp on the 1 minute. I have trades going on the weekly that last, anywhere between 1 and 3 years. I'm a long-term investor as well. All right. I got trades since I got into Bitcoin when I first got in there that are basically still open. They're long-term trades for Bitcoin, right? I may never sell Bitcoin. Use it as collateral, right? You never have to sell the Bitcoin. You can use it as collateral. I'm telling you. It's going to just be one of the greatest assets that you've never had. If you don't want to say that, So, closing on a house Sunday, June 23rd, 6:23. I wish my mom and dad were here to see me, but they are, man. My mom and dad are with me today. I feel you, Ma. I feel you, Dad. I love you both more than you would ever know. May channel the energy of my parents at all times. May I cherish this world and everybody in it. May I live in gratitude and always be happy for every single moment until I see my mom and dad again. Amen. 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 And I'm not shy about how I feel about my life. I'm not shy about my energy. I'm not shy about my love. And I'm not shy about my feelings. And you know what? I love this life and I love everybody here. May God bless you on this beautiful day God has given us. Sundays, baby, Sundays, man. Let's take a look at the weekly as it's going to close tonight, right? Is it Sunday? I get so lost in the days. Yeah, I was like, wait. So, we're bouncing again off the 21-day moving average. You lose the 21, there's talks of coming to the 50. You come to the 50, you're in this gap too. And if you're in the gap, you got to say, well, there's a high volume node sticking out right there. We had that last bounce at 51,000. Does Bitcoin come back down to 51.5? It could. Are you ready for that? Could you handle 46,000? Everyone says highly unlikely, couldn't happen. But honestly, it's starting. If it breaks this low, then you have yourself a downtrend. And you can't act like it's not happening. See, once you know TA, when the TA plays out and tells you what's happening, you listen to it. When you listen to your heart and your chest and your emotions and the TA shows you what's happening, you don't listen. And what happens is you get bagged for not listening. And so you can either listen to the TA. So what happens is you learn TA. And for years you see the signals, but you don't listen to them. Like you'll see a lower high, a lower low, but you'll be like, it's going to recover. And then months later you'll be down here and you'll be like, man, they told me what was going to happen. It made the lower low. Why didn't I listen? And you'll go through this pain over and over again until one day you'll make the right decision. It'll make a lower low and you're like, you know what, I'm out. when it comes back up. And you'll get out and you watch the market tank, and then you'll get back in and you'll trade it perfectly. It'll come back up. You're like, man, I sold the top, I bought the low, I waited patiently, and you'll feel amazing. And you'll be rewarded for your patience, your time, and you realize it took you years to do that. Years to finally pull it off. Like that's a 4-year process to finally nail it. And then you're like, wow, and you get this energy. And then you want to replicate that feeling. And so you start listening to the charts more than your emotions, and then you slowly change as a person internally. Your mind, your subconscious mind, like everything about you starts to change. Trading will change the inner monologue of your soul. I'm telling you right now, it'll change the inner monologue of your soul. You will not be the same person when you are done trading. I promise you, on my life. I don't know any other profession, any other craft that can fully pull out who you are, mix you, mesh you, and just rebuild your whole inner soul. Either you make it in this game, or you get chewed up and spit out. And honestly, the only way to make it is through discipline, consistency, and being, organized too, and focus, and not letting anybody tell you can't do this. Do not get rid of negative people immediately. I'm telling you, I had so many negative Nancys in my life. Oh, Bitcoin's not gonna get away from me. Get out of my life. You know what I mean? I'm where the winners are, man. I hang out in the winner's circle. Givers gain every single day. Crypto Billy, my man. Love you, man. I don't know if you're still out there in Cali, but God bless you, man. God bless you, Crypto Billy, man. So Bitcoin, let's take a look here on the weekly. Weekly is starting, that's another bearish weekly candle if we close that way. But again, if we can bounce, and as long as the weekly doesn't break this low, we are bullish. That can be a higher low, which could push us into some type of nice channel, and we could break to the upside. Measured move could still take us somewhere to $92,000 here. By August 26th, it could still happen. There's still a chance we start to bang out later on. Man, I love you, Crypto Billy. Shout out to Rave Song Records, man. You would love Crypto Billy. You and him would get along like this. I'm going to have you guys meet one day, some way, somehow, man. And I actually think you both play instruments. I think you guys would jam out. You guys would probably make a record. Straight up make a record together. I know so many people that could intertwine and mix and mingle in this stream and in my community. Because I'm getting to know each and every one of you. So many beautiful people that have joined the trading group. Let's take a look at our 3-day chart. And our 3-day chart looking nice with the bounce of the higher low here for Bitcoin, right? And in the leader of cryptocurrency, the big boy, the big daddy, Michael Saylor wants in, BlackRock wants in. This is cryptocurrency, baby. The whole world wants a piece. I was at the car dealership yesterday. I grabbed a new car, and the people there were just like, next thing you know, you do crypto. Next thing you know, the guy, I'm doing a seminar. It literally was doing a seminar at one point. And such nice people too here in Sarasota. Great experience. Absolutely a good time. If you need a car, and I like Honda. I've been driving Hyundais for a long time. All right. I always have to disclaimer. I own a Cadillac Escalade. And whenever I'm driving the Hyundai with my wife, I'm like, can I put a bumper sticker on? It says like, my other car's an Escalade, okay? I have a nice car, It's funny, right? I'm having status FOMO. But honestly, man, the Hyundai Santa Fe is reimagined, redone. Honestly, what they did here with the new Hyundai Santa Fe, oh my God, the interior, I'm telling you right now, look at this thing. This thing is ridiculous. Honestly, it's one of the coolest looking new cars you can get right now. It's insane. It is insane. Anyway, the interior is out of control. It really is out of control. Like, I gotta tell you, man, it's a trip for a Hyundai Santa Fe. It is a trip. It is a beautiful looking car. Anyway. Picked one up yesterday, but the dealership people wanted to know about cryptocurrency, and it made me realize crypto is just really starting to grow on a mass level and a mass scale, right? 3-day chart finally to get oversold, right? Even the 3-day, let me show you something here. Even the 3-day, sporting a little bit of hidden bullish divergence. As this swings up and that swings down, that's very strong. The last time we found 3-day hidden was right here. We did get the bounce, and remember this one here was a very sharp 3-day hidden bullish. See that? Swing down and swing down. Well, that swung up. We did. It says you're going to break this high before you break this low. You did it. And then if you always guys remember this one where everybody was getting pretty bearish, and I found the 3-day hidden bullish, and I said, no way, that's 3-day hidden bullish divergence. We're going to break this high before we break this low. And what happened? It got chintzy, but we eventually did exactly what the hidden bullish divergence told us would happen. Even here was a bit of 3-day hidden bullish. And again, we would break this high before we would break this low. The same thing would happen. It's when you have a swing up in price action and a swing down on the RSI, especially on a bigger time frame. If you have it on a big time frame, 3-day, daily, oh my gosh, it's anywhere in the 8-hour and up, it is it's strong no matter what. But for like real reversals and real price action behavior, you're looking at on the 8-hour and up. The 8 hour shows you something like that. I pounce on that. So that's starting to show me there's a chance. Now, again, it could go even lower, and we could even hit 61.3. That's the issue, and it could still be hidden bullish divergence. It's the only thing about hidden bullish. There's some buffer space between how long and then eventually it can leave, But I'm telling you, man, I've stuck onto it, right? I just knew they were scared, so I knew it was time to eat. Shout out to Big Daddy in the game. Why buy a new car and take the depreciation hit? I have to understand why folks do that. Oh, I leased that car, and I get to write off the lease, man. I'm not stupid, man. Yeah, and I put no money down, man. Yeah. And I bought the Escalade because I wanted to buy a dream car of mine. You know what I mean? And I didn't give a dang about anything else. I wanted what I wanted. All right, because I could die. When my mom died, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to wait or make all these reasons why I can't have certain things in life that I've always desired. So I'm going for it. Lifer, you're looking more stacked, man. Go get it every day. No time for rest, baby. No time for the rest, man. We got to keep pushing, baby. We got to keep pushing. Anyway, let's get into the daily chart now. We might even find a live trade. If you were with me last night, we took a long in the morning, or even the night before. We eventually sold it last night on the live stream. I did into that pump that we got. It was pretty nice. So the daily oversold, extremely oversold, wants a move to the upside. You even have hidden bullish divergence on the daily time frame, suggesting we can get that break to the upside. Previous resistance is holding us support, right? And we're very, very strong here for Bitcoin, holding it about 64,000, give or take, and some change. Let's go now further into our 22. Very oversold, wants to bounce. And my 22 is a go-to time frame. Whenever I see it curving like that with a bullish divergence, highly likely we're going to get a bounce, even if we're bearish, which we may be. We likely get this bounce, even if we eventually bearish retest and drop. This bounce looks likely to me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say even if we get the bounce that it's all good. We take it once. It's not all good till we go here, bang, and we retest off this level right here. Then it's all good. That will be the day I will be crying. And the altcoins will start to recover. Things will get pretty crazy. We're looking for that retest. Right now, to me, this is just beautiful bullish consolidation for Bitcoin. A beautiful asset getting tighter and tighter before it launches to the upside. But anything is possible. I'm open-minded to the fact that we could lose the bottom trend. I'm open-minded to the fact that we may not be perma bulls here. And, we may have to revisit 51,000. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to watch it day by day and take it step by step. The charts are somehow, some way going to convey what's going to happen, but we must pay attention to the charts. If we remove our emotions and our human goggles that block us from the data is going to be able to give us the highest probability play, and that's going to cover us. But if we don't, and we play games, there's going to be some problems, right? And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade, all right? 12-hour also looks like a bounce is imminent here as it's starting to flatline here on the RSI. You see that? And we have this downtrend. That is a slight, that's I call that class C hidden bullish divergence. And they will definitely diverge. That line keep going, that line keep going. They will divide. See, those two lines will eventually divide each other. Oh, I love this track. Reminds me of those dudes with the three heads can be who you want. You can dance anytime. You can keep it all going. You can just makes you want to hit it. Like, I want to hear Crypto Billy rap to this track. He'd be like, yo, Sam, yo, Sam, Crypto Billy, yo, Sam, Crypto Billy, yo. Rumors for 2000 Viper. Yeah, no, there would be a 2025 Viper. That's what I'm hearing. You know, with the new Bugatti coming out, everyone's getting a little restless. And everybody feels, hey, if Bugatti can come out with something fresh, I think there's a 2025 Bugatti coming, right? So, hey, man, times they are a-changing, right? Falling wedge of the 12-hour also looks like it wants to break to the upside. 8-hour looks really nice. The 4-hour has the bullish divvy, right? The bullish divergence here on the 4-hour is right there. And I even double-clicked the RSI for you just to double-check that, and that's an uptrend here. Well, that's a downtrend, right? And it tells us that we're likely going to go further to the upside. Overbought right here too as well, right? You got to get back above that key level on the 4-hour time frame, and this is where we get to the nitty-gritty. To me, I feel like it kind of broke out. You see how that trend line is pretty rigid? And that was a breakout fake out. So you're outside of the trend just slightly. It's not amazing, but just slightly. And you're inside of somewhat of a flag here on the 4-hour time frame. After some bullish divergence, can you break above this POC at 65,132 to remain bullish, right? I think we can. Brothers, sister, gather around. Listen to the best of the crypto life of sound. Billy kicking it, ripping it. Yo, Billy. So I'm hyped, man. I'm drunk on gains today, baby. You know, nothing could stop us today, baby. Falling wedge here could try to break out on the 1-hour time frame. So I like what I'm seeing on the 1-hour. See how we're getting these tight moving averages after the divergence. Liquidations for sure above the point of control. You know what? It looks like we may want to get this pump up to that, to the, you know, there's a gap. So I'm projecting that we're going to go to that too. Now, we may get rejected and take a nasty dump. I don't know. Or we can flip it. That's going to be the time. That's going to be the control moment. All right. We're going to see if we can get this move above the 200 SMA here for Bitcoin and really start to get cooking. So I'm watching the 1-hour time frame today. Looks like we may get a move here on the 1-hour, even on a Sunday low volume. I'm not telling you to go all in here. I don't trade on Sundays, so I likely won't trade this. I'm closing a house. I'm probably going to celebrate with my wife and cry all day. But, you know, you know me. I'm a softie for greatness. Just when amazing things happen, I cry tears of joy. I just can't believe it. He's been waiting a long, long time to drop his cipher and sing his rhyme. My man, Crypto Billy. Mr. Slick, you look cool, man. God bless Peter Dell, man. Shout out to Blanchard Bays. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Please subscribe to the channel. All right? I'm a self-made millionaire that can teach you how to get there. Give you the education. Push you every single day. I go live every single day, 7 days a week. I haven't taken a day off since February of 2021. No matter what state, city I go to, I bring my trading equipment and I hit my live stream. I stay committed to each and every one of you, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m., and I throw these extra live streams in on Saturday and Sunday morning because I just love you and I can't get enough of each and every one of you, all right? So I'm back at it all the day, and I just love it. It helps my day go by when I hit this stream. And I make live trades all the time in front of everybody. If you're new to the stream, just wanted to, it might be some new people. Any new people here in the live? Put a 333 if you're new and you've never been here. Put a 333 in the comment section if you've never been here on the stream. Let's go. So there's a gap in what's called the VRVP, the Visible Range Volume Profile. How we add that to our chart is we go here, we write VRVP. We click on that. Once you click on that, it's going to be here, but it's not going to look like mine. It's going to look like this. It's going to look a little chunkier than mine. It's going to look like big blocks. You're going to want to make it look a little smaller. All right. You're going to hit the settings tool. You're going to go to row size, and you're just going to make the 24 rows, 1, 2, 3, into 240 rows. It's just going to make it a lot easier to see, more detailed. It's going to give, and what is this? What is going on here? This is when the most people have bought and sold. A lot of buying and selling have gone down here. A lot of orders. A lot of people want to get in at these lows. A lot of people want to sell up here because there's a lot of buying and selling up here. Price action tends to redo what it did at the same high volume areas. So once we move up, so look, when we fell down quickly because there was a gap here. We call these gaps in the VRVP. When you can trade, you want to get in above a point of control and you want to sell at the next big gap, at the next high volume node after you go through the gap. You use this all the time to change your life. It's unbelievable. I'm here to teach you every single day in a clean, concise, focused, disciplined manner. And I'm going to get you on the right track of feeling good, feeling positive, working out every single day, believing in yourselves, believing that you deserve it. You need to believe you deserve to be a multimillionaire, because you do. Everybody here does. You know why you deserve to be a multimillionaire? Because if you get that much, you'll be able to give back. And say you make a couple mil and you give back a few $100,000. Hey man, that's better off than a guy that, again, I'm not saying, but if say you only made $100,000 and and you only were able to give like a couple grand a year. Imagine being able to really change lives a couple times a year to really change somebody's life. And honestly, I think that's what we should all chase, wealth and richness, is to be able to enrich the rest of the human race with our energy. Money is just a part of our energy. If you have high energy, you're going to get a high bank account. I'm telling you, money is just part of your energy. If you have high energy, high frequency, you will attract more money into your life, and then you'll be able to spread it out to people that need it, and you'll be able to just feel good about it. I mean, there's nothing better than being part of the cycle of life, right? You can't take it with you when you die, right? So we're looking for this 15-minute, the 1 hour, the 7. We want to see the 7 get back above double bottom here and get back above the 200 MA. I want to see the 7-minute get back above this 200. If we kind of go down here, we could make a bearish retest. So you don't want to start seeing candles close below, 64,300, really 64,220. That's going to spell maybe we might start falling further down. But this kind of has a cup. See, Sammy, cup and heady. There's a cup and a handle here kind of going on. There really is. I'm not trying to force it. It's a bit odd. But there's a bit of a cup and handle here for Bitcoin. So what do I see happening today? I see Bitcoin, am I long or short? I still got the bigger long open, remember. I never closed that bigger long. And remember, ATH still holding 7.4. Showing signs of life. Had a nice little pump last night all the way up to 7.7, 7.9 even. But this thing is showing strength after a big airdrop, a good enough sell-off, and really starting to bottle off, stay flat. It looks like the people that got their airdrop really want to be here for the long haul. And honestly, do your deep dive on Aether. I have a bag of it. I've been buying it. Just want to disclose. So, of course, I own it. Whenever I do that, I let you guys know. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as such. But this thing is hot, and I'm going to keep kind of bringing it up and putting it out there. And I tell you, I put $5,000 into it. It's already going up. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I could lose it all. You never know. It's speculative investing at its best, right? But there is research going on into it. I like GPU plays. I like I like things that are deep in, decentralized physical infrastructure, deep in, baby. And this is really going to connect the world at an enterprise level. And honestly, the tweet that Alex Becker put out yesterday about how he had money and he's invested in multiple AI projects, and this is the problem. They get to these bottlenecks, and Ether really is the solution. One of them. We need more than one company really to handle the whole thing. But look at Merit Circle. I always like Merit Circle. Anyway, Ether, ATH. I would write it down if you're new and do your research. Find out what's going on. You might want to know, why is Sam buying this thing? He doesn't have to buy anything. He's really, really pretty anal, real detailed guy. Why the heck is he buying that coin? There must be something to it, but you never know. Maybe there's nothing. Maybe Sam's wrong this time. But anyway, gap of the VRVP. Can we get back up to 65,000? Holding this. So what you're looking for is for the 7-minute to breach this yellow line, which is the 200 MA. Then you're looking for price action to follow this channel and then retest. And 64.8 to me is a big level. 64.5. All right. 64 right here. 64.590. And then right there, 64.500. Once you break 64.500, that was resistance twice. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if when I show up tonight, we're just somewhat sideways right here and we don't do much. Just like I kind of said last night, pretty similar, right? So that's your Bitcoin update, all the way from the weekly to your 3-day to your daily. Even give you some inclinations on that 8-hour, 4-hour, and all the way back down to the 7-minute, and then in scalping, my scalp strategy is a 1-minute scalp strategy that I play over and over and over again, kind of like a broken record, and it pays. Whenever we break the yellow line, I get in with a stop loss on the other side, bang. That would 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes, and then you would have made some quick gains. Trying to make an inverted head and shoulder. Price action is very, very sketchy on the weekends. Very low volume, and tonight, Sunday night, is the most volatile night of the week. So you're going to have the most crazy price action. So I'm always very weary Sunday into Monday. So just be careful. Stay focused. I wouldn't overtrade today, but you do whatever makes you happy. I can't tell you what to do, but I personally would not overtrade today. I'll spend the time with the family, redo. I'm closing on a house, so I'm going to be celebrating. I can't believe it. One of the biggest days of my life. I'll remember this day for one of the rest of my lives, the day I bought my first home. I will remember this day for the rest of my life. 6/23/24. And then my wife is due the 25th. And we're still waiting. Is this baby going to pop maybe tonight? You never know. We might get a baby tonight. So only time will tell. So we're due. We're closing. Got another new car. Life is just, how can I complain today, man? And honestly, none of it matters. I just want this baby to be healthy, man. All I'm thinking about is the baby. So the house is cool. All these material things are great, but they drift away when you think about that little baby and the health of that baby. And I want to make sure my third child comes out. I can't even believe I'm having my third child. I think it's just, I can't even believe it. I cannot believe it. 80K waiting on a baby. I know that baby better bring in 80K. All my babies, I'll tell you, have brought good luck. So I had my first kid. I got into the union. I had my second kid. We started our business and things started to go great with Lifer, Crypto Lifer, like she really brought in. And so this kid, I think, is going to bring 80K, not 100K. You know what I mean? This kid better deliver. Yeah. Bitcoin boom with Sam's baby's birthday. Coincidence? I think not. Yeah, and then we got the full moon. We're oversold. Things are setting up for a possible move here for Bitcoin, but you never know. Let's take it one step at a time. We could get bagged. We could lose this key level. We could drop all the way down to 61. We may double bottom. All right, we may make some kind of giant double bottom here like so. So I'm open-minded, guys. And again, we could retest it, bounce here, end up making some type of flag, and then bounce out the flag and have it be a bigger cup and handle. And, honestly, that would make it probably go up even further. So pullbacks just create bigger pumps, as hard as it is to go through them. It's not easy. Let's take a look at that crypto fear and greed index, which actually had bounced back down a little bit to neutral, but now it's bounced back up to 55, back into the greed, but still in a pretty good spot to accumulate a little bit of Bitcoin here and there. All right. Arrow is mantra Ohm for the 10X. I like Arrow for 10X for sure, but you guys do whatever makes you happy. Yeah. Okay. Wait, you're getting a new house. Didn't you just move into a new house? Yeah, this is what happened. I moved into a gated community and I rented for a very high amount, $9,000 a month rent, if you can believe it. $9,000 a month. Very expensive, right? Extremely expensive to spend $9,000 a month in rent. I think it's insanity, right? But I did it because it was the most beautiful house I'd seen. I wanted my family to be in the nicest of the niceness, and I didn't want to settle. I just didn't want to settle. I have a very high standards for me and myself and my family. I do, and I'm not shy to say it. And some people would gawk at what I do and be like, "That's insane." But I push my limits to the height of the highest points, and I believe if you push your limits there, the world will meet you. But anyway, so we lived here. But the whole time I lived here, I'm in this beautiful gated community. Everyone owns their house. Everyone looks so settled. They're all buying things, getting things ready, and I don't even want to put a hole in the wall here. You know what I mean? Just because, what's the point? And I'm really nice, dude. I'm really respectful of other people's things. I didn't mount my TV. I just got I just put it on a center console thing. I did a bunch of things because, I didn't put up tons of pictures. I didn't make this place my personal place, not my house. I loved it. I fell in love with it. It's 4,100 square feet of absolute loveliness. This house is beautiful. I'm going to do a welcome to my house thing with a little interview in a week or two. And you guys will see it all. It's absolutely ridiculous. But then I just felt this yearning to get my and so every day when we had a moment, one of our good friends is a real estate agent. We would look at a home, and we probably looked at like 7 homes a week, maybe even 10 homes a week. You know, we look at three straight one day. We look at, and every couple, and my wife was on the hustle. Both of us subconsciously really wanted to get our children nestled in. You know what I mean? And so houses kept coming out on the market here in the gated community, and we had the first dibs on them. We'd go look at them first. We'd rush right to them like the next morning, 8 a.m. As soon as we could, we'd call the realtor. And so we had first dibs, and we looked at one, we looked at two, and one we really liked. We looked at it that afternoon. It was gone. You know, and the community is pretty nice because it has low HOA fees, yet it really has a really nice, beautiful breeze. Everyone has really, the water views are just more exceptional here. There's just a lot going on here. The build is beautiful. The ceilings are 12 to 14 feet in every house. I mean, 14-foot ceilings, 12-foot ceilings. It's. You feel like you're in a museum. These houses are beautiful. I have to be honest. And I hope that people don't think I'm boasting. You guys saw me, man, when I started in my dad's basement, man. I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to be a big shot here. I'm just trying to show you how life has progressed. And yeah, I just really wanted my family in a home, you know. And I kept saying, let's keep renting and buy rental properties. And that's what I really wanted to do. The renegade, heavy entrepreneur in me wanted to just like go balls to the wall with everything, push every dollar to its last limit. But my wife I know what my wife wants, and she really desires her own home. And we walked into this house. It had everything the house we're in had, but it just had 400 square foot less. It was a 3,600 square foot home. It had a nicer back. It really had a nicer patio, a more alluring pool, and a bunch of things. It had a triple osmosis. It had a generator, a bunch of things that I want to put in personally. And we fell in love with it. We put an offer in the house yesterday. I think it was, Friday night. And they're signing today, and we're going to move in. But they have to live there for 2 months because so it's contingent, a 2-month process. And we move in August 30th, September 1st. So I do have to break it to the people here. And then it's going to be tough for me for 2 months. I'm going to be paying the rent here and the mortgage at the house, which is going to be very, very, it's going to be expensive. But, that's the cost of doing business. I wanted to relocate my family, and I wanted it now. And I could have been more frugal about it, and we could have waited to the perfect time. Sam, my father had a massive stroke 2 days ago. I'm sitting here in the ICU watching you. I remind myself that you went through this too. Sorry, Crypto Sam. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, my bro. Be strong, my friend. Be strong, my friend. Some people do survive, Some people do survive, man. Some people do survive. All right. Oh, man. Sorry to hear the news, man. I'm very sorry to hear that, brother. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, man. Oh, man. Anyway, here we are on a daily basis, right? And we're waiting, we get this bounce, coins start to move, things start to change, I still haven't bought it to daddy yet, but I just feel like, oh, look at that. It fell to the downside. That thing had a crazy spike. Oh, sorry. God bless you, Crypto Sam, man. Your name is Sam, man. Crazy, man. Much love, brother. Saying a prayer for you right now. Dear Lord, please help Crypto Sam's father who just had a stroke. He's in the ICU with his dad as we speak. We don't know why these things happen in our lives. But may it never make us lose faith in our love and connection to the Lord and to God. Amen. May it make us stronger and make us closer to God in these hard times. May we find solace, may we find grace, and may we find strength. I love you, Crypto Sam. God bless you. All right, I didn't know that was going to happen today. It was such a good day. But that super chat just hit me right in the heart, man. Because I know exactly what he's feeling right now, without a doubt in my heart. You know, people used to say, oh, my dad. I said, oh, I don't know what that feels like. I know what it feels like. My mom died in front of me. My dad died unexpectedly. I was sat in the room with my dad for 10 hours, you know. Shout out to Jamal Antonio. Shout out to Brett 2 Cents. Shout out to a lot more crypto. I got a lot of crypto, but I need a lot more. Shout out to about Drake Hobbs. Shout out to about the Joel Machine. And shout out to everybody here, man. Blessings on blessings to each and every one of you. Is there a coin that's going to pump today? Is there something hot? Honestly, I'd be wary today. You know what I mean? But, you know, it looks like we're going to have a pretty good couple of weeks coming up. It doesn't always go down straight. We've had some low times. And look at Tate. It did bounce off the 786, and now it's still going. And again, now it's up 96%. That was a double up off the 786. Learn how to trade Fibonacci's even on these little coins. They play out, right? I shouldn't call it even on meme coins, right? Amen, brother. Amen. I'm still waiting for 62,850. No hole. We might see 59.60 in my view. You never know. Anything could happen. Burn the shorts. AVAX is slowly eating my soul. Shout out from the Philippines. Congrats on the house, Sammy. Blessings. All right. Tell everyone that I gotta leave.
Sorry, the show is over. He has to leave. But make sure to smash that like button and subscribe and hit the notification bell.
How do you know how to say smash the like button?
I do.
Who taught you that?
I hear people say it on YouTube.
I don't say it, but they say it, huh?
Yeah.
So you're learning culture. You're learning pop culture, huh?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about your daddy?
He's the best daddy in the world.
Why is he the best daddy in the world?
Because he's just the best.
But why? There's got to be a reason.
Because he's the best.
What do I do that makes you think I'm the best?
He does good in everything.
Oh, Summer. I love you. May God bless you, Summer. I'm coming. All right, everybody. As you can see, I've been summoned by the family to jump on out of here. Good Bitcoin update. Good morning stream. I'm hype. You're hype. I love you all. I stay blessed. You stay blessed. Together, we move, man. So, Lifer owes me nothing. He already changed my life. Shout out to Crypto Sam, man. All my lifers know what the deal is, what the time it is. We don't have to show anything to anybody. We don't have to prove anything to the world. We've done enough already, and we're going to continue to do so. I love you all. God bless you all. My mom had a massive stroke a couple years ago, and she's on dialysis now, doing great. Keep your head up and think positive. It's possible to recover. Know what you're going through. You're in my thoughts. Shout out to Crypto Chris Roach, man. We love you, Chris. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Everybody, we love you. We appreciate you. And Crypto Sam, we're all thinking of you throughout the day, man. You'll be on our thoughts and our prayers, brother. You're not alone. You are not alone. Amen. Everybody, thank you so much for coming to the live. I appreciate you. I'll be back tonight. We're going to break it down for Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. I'll see you later on. May you stay blessed. May you stay amazing. Stay positive. You can, you will. You are the best. You got this, baby. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. I love you all. Be safe. Somebody said I missed their super chat. I never miss it. I try to never miss a super chat. He said, what do you think about XRP? What do you think about it? I love XRP. I've been holding XRP since it was 16 cents. I've been getting XRP a long, long time. I'm happy to see that they're finally battling through. Good positive news, too, on the case. We'll take a look at the chart for you, and then I got out of here. I'm taking some time for my family right now because they asked me to leave, so you got to know that I'm being nice. Let's take a look here what's happening to XRP. But now you can never say that I didn't answer your super chat. All right? You might have left already. Who knows? But, you know, God will know that I answered the super chat, right? So you know, I see XRP kind of making this Sammy Cup and handy, right? And you want to see if this trend line can hold. So you got a pretty nice trend line going on that you're on. So if you lose this trend line, you know, you're likely going to come test 31 cents. But XRP looks like it may finally be Sammy Cup and handling its way back to the upside here. And then you pull the Fibonacci and you're bouncing off that 786 pretty close. Looks like XRP may be bottoming out here at about 44 cents, right? On its next leg back further to the upside. Once it breaks back above 76, it's likely headed right to 130, 133, and then off to its all-time high. So only a matter of time. I believe XRP could do damage. And I haven't looked at the chart in a long time, but it's oversold on the weekly. And it's definitely revisiting some supportive resistance. And yeah, I'd be watching it pretty closely. Once it gets above the 200 SMA on what, like its daily time frame there, boom, rockets, right? Look for the 4 hour to get above the 200. The 1 hour's playing with it. So once the 1 hour breaks the 200, then the 4 hour will break the 200. Then the daily will break. And then it will be on the way through the succession movements that I talked about to 130, right? Look for this flag to break on out and break that point of control. Your just temporary target could be 54 cents for XRP. The whole time I did that, I didn't have the screen up, right? See, because I'm rushing. But look, I'll go back for you. I just did an amazing. Anyway, so look, XRP is in this beautiful trend line here. Came back down to the 786 trend line and got a bounce. It's in a falling wedge, all right? I like what it's doing. It's looking pretty nice, and it's very oversold, okay? Also, really good news about the case. They're beating back on everything. The SEC lost it all. It's all garbage, right? The 1 hour has to break back above the 200 SMA. Once it does that, look for price action to go to the 4 hour 200 SMA. If it breaks that and it gets above this point of control at 50 cents, then I don't see why it can't get to that next target at 54. Once the daily breaks the 200, that's going to be when it really wants to move above that, you know, that region, head above this point of control, and then head to the next target I see at 75. And that's your update for XRP. All right, everybody, I love you. Thank you so much. And I'm out of here for the day. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the love. Stay blessed. Stay amazing.